Hi, welcome all. Today we are going to discuss about food safety management system. Okay, what is food safety management system? Food safety management system is a structured framework. It's a structured framework to ensure the food safety and maintaining the quality of each food product through the entire food supply chain. That is what is called food safety management system. In food safety management system, in a food industry establishment, a food safety management system under the basis of Codex principles and HACCP principles. We all know HACCP, hazard analysis critical control point. And the food safety management system should include the control of both general and specific hazards through the implementation of the safety practices. Okay, for all these safety practices, we need to follow the requirements of food safety management system. Okay, what are the requirements of food safety management system? There are many requirements for the food safety management system. So the main requirements are pre-requesting programs, agriculture practices, good hygiene practices, HACCP and ISO 22000. What is pre-requesting programs? Pre-requesting programs are the very basic necessary steps. Okay. Pre-requesting programs are the very basic necessary steps, necessary activities to maintaining the safety and hygiene of the entire food production area. To make the environment of the food production, it should be safe and hygienic. That is what is called the basic necessary, called the pre-requesting programs. Okay, for the pre-requesting programs, there are many things is there. Pest control is there, facility design and maintenance is there, sanitation and hygiene of employee, training, supply control is there, waste management is there. Okay, for example, when we go for the pest control, how we select a pest control team for our organization? When we select a pest control team for our organization, first we need to check that the service provider or the pest control team have the required documents from the municipality, or it's approved from the municipality or no. And we can ask them, can you send your the material safety data sheet of your pesticides, which kinds of pesticides you are using in our organization? We need to ensure that one, because their pesticides is safe to the food. It can be sprayed to the food environment, it's safe. We need to ensure the safety of that one. Like that we can select the pest control team. And next is facility design and maintenance. When we go for facility design and maintenance, what we can say about that one? Facility design and maintenance is should be a separate space for everything. Everything means in basic stages. What, for example, our organization. In our organization should be, you can imagine in our organization we have a receiving area is there. Should be we receive the items from the receiving area only. From the receiving, when it goes to the storage area. Our storage is, we have chilled items is there, frozen items is there, dry storage is there. So whatever the items is coming, for example, milk is coming, it will go to chilled storage. Frozen berries is coming, it will go to frozen storage. Almond or cashew is coming, it will go to dry storage, right? Okay, like that it is going. After that storage, it comes to where? It comes to the production area. From the production, it goes to the packaging area. From the packaging, it's to delivery. And the process flow should be a unidirectional flow. We cannot say it, we cannot oppose the unidirectional flow of the entire the food process. Should be maintained that unidirectional flow. And in facility design, we need to check that where we can place these equipments, where we can place the oven, where we can place the mixers. Like that we need a proper layout for all these things, and proper ventilation system, proper drainage. Like that many things we can maintaining the facility design and maintenance. And sanitation and hygiene of the employee, we can go for that one. Sanitation and hygiene of the employee, and should be maintaining the entire production area. Facility should be clean, neat, and an employee also should be maintaining their personal hygiene and all. And next is, we need to handle the waste properly. Should be fix the garbage bins in all production areas and properly dispose the waste. Like that we need to maintain all these things. Next is GMP, GHP and GAP. These are the other requirements of the food safety management system. What is GMP? GMP is the good manufacturing practices. What is this good manufacturing practices? Good manufacturing practices means what? What are the good manufacturing practices is implementing in our organization? When we go through our organization, our company, what we are checking? For example, your hygiene officer is checking your health card is okay or no, all staff have health card or no, it's expired or no. It's a good manufacturing practices. And your hygiene officer is checking the employee have the employee attend the basic food hygiene training or no, like that. It's checking that checking is a good manufacturing practices. And another example is you can check monitoring the temperature of the freezer, chiller, and the equipment is calibrated or no, like that. Many examples is there, like all these things are the good manufacturing practices. And when we go for the hygiene practices is what? Hygiene practices is also a set of guidelines to maintaining the hygiene of the entire production area. That is good hygiene practices. Hand washing procedure, safe food handling procedures, all these are the good hygiene practices. In a food establishment, why we establish a hygiene practices? To prevent the cross contamination. The staff is properly wearing the gloves, proper using hand washing, or they are using the hand wash for the hand washing or no. After coming the toilet, the staff should be wash their hands, like that. We are checking and all, and should be maintaining all these hygiene practices. These are called the good hygiene practices. And GAP is a good agriculture practices. This is a set of guidelines that the set of guidelines that focus on the each stage of the agriculture productions and it's sustainable or no, like that. All these set of guidelines are called GAP. And next is HACCP and ISO 22000. HACCPs, we all know HACCP. HACCP is a critical analysis, hazard analysis critical control point. This is what is called HACCP. But it's a systematic approach. First one is to identify the hazard. In the hazard system, first is to identify the hazard. Next is what is that? Evaluate the hazard. And next is should be control the hazard. For these things, we are implementing HACCP in a food organization. For what? Should be identify the hazard. What the hazard present there, and what should be evaluate that hazard. And next is should be control that hazard. That is hazard. We can go for in the HACCP. And next is ISO 22000. ISO 22000 is an international food safety standard, and this is implementing in a food industry for what? For maintaining the food safety management system to ensure the food safety through the entire production. And ISO 22000 is under the basis principles or integrate the principle with HACCP and GMP principles. HACCP and GMP practices together implementing in ISO 22000. Okay, food safety management system. A group of practices. Food safety management system is a group of practices to ensure the okay, a group of practices, food safety management. So we already told it's a group of practice. It's a group of practices or procedures to prevent the foodborne illness. Okay. What is foodborne illness? Foodborne illness, what is foodborne illness? And what is pathogenic microorganisms? Some microorganisms which cause disease or which cause harm to the consumer, that is called pathogens. If the pathogens present in a food, that will cause the foodborne illness and it will affect the consumer and it will be a risk to the consumer. That is called foodborne illness. Okay. We applying or we implementing the food safety management system, which means it is actively control the risk and hazard throughout the entire flow of that food. Okay, for this reason we need to implement the food safety management system. For implementing this food safety management system, there are many food safety programs is there. Many food safety, personal hygiene, food handling, temperature control, cross contamination and supplier selection. For the personal hygiene, when we go for the personal hygiene, what is personal hygiene? First is take care of your health. How you can take care of your health? A food handler should have a health card and he don't have any diseases. And in between the working hours, or if the employee or food handler is sick, if you are sick, what you need to do? you need to report your PIC and you go back to your home and follow up the 24-hour rule and check if you have flu or any symptoms like flu, jaundice, like that. If you have any symptoms, you need to take proper rest. Should we go to hospital and submit your medical report to your PIC and you all okay, then only you come to the production. Otherwise, if food handler is sick, definitely it will transfer to other food handler and it will be a risk to the entire production. So if you are sick, definitely go and take rest and go to the hospital and take proper rest, and when you are okay, then only you come back to your job and should be report everything to your PIC. When your PIC say okay, you can come and you can join the work, like that, that time only you need to come back. Okay. And next is appropriate working cloth means what? Should be your uniform should be neat, clean, tidy, and it's always a light color. In food industry should be use a light color uniform also. And you should be take care of your hairnet, properly wear the hairnet, properly wear the gloves, shoe cover, and when you are new to remove the gloves, like that. And the hand washing. What is the frequency of hand washing? For example, if you are going toilet, after coming the toilet, you need to wash your hands with soap and water. And when you are going out for the break, you need to wash your hands. Like that, there are many frequencies is there for hand washing. Hand washing is very, very important in a food industry. And poor food handling practices is there. What is the poor food handling practices? Poor food handling practices is in a food handling refer the practice involve the preparation, cooking, storage, services, everything comes under this, and to ensure it's remain from the production to table, correct, na? From the production to service the food, to ensure remain it's safe to eat. That is the responsibility of a food handler. Okay, for this responsibility, you need to maintain two key principles is there. That is what is called personal hygiene and cross contamination. We already discussed about personal hygiene. Should be wear proper uniform, and about your hand washing, should be wash your hands. Then you need to know the frequency of the hand washing, and about touch the face, hair, body while handling the food, and use gloves and change regularly if necessary. How you know if it is necessary or no? For example, in our production area, you take the raw chicken and you cannot go for taking the ready to eat food. Should be remove your gloves and wash your hands with the soap and water and make it dry properly. Then you wear the new set of gloves. Then only you handle the ready to eat food or freshly prepared salad or like that. Okay. Otherwise, it will spread the contamination. And we can go for the cross contamination. Same I told you now. Separate the raw and cooked food. Cooked chicken is there. Our chicken tacos is there, right? We all know our chicken tacos. Chicken tacos is there, and if raw meat is there, should be separate. Should be separate because it can be contaminated easily. And if you are handling the raw chicken, and if you go for taking the ready to eat food, should be wash your hands before I told same. So like that only we can we can prevent the cross contamination and use different. We all know we are maintaining that, right? We need to use the different color codes for different raw chicken, different color, for nuts separate cutting board, for freshly vegetable separate cutting board, and knife should be separate. And we need to maintaining whatever we have in our industry, should be maintaining the color code. Okay, and clean and sanitize the surfaces and the utensils. Whatever we are using for all this should be clean and sanitized. Okay, we already talked about the food hazards. We already talked microbiological contamination, physical, chemical, and allergen. For microbiological contamination is we already talked about some pathogenic microorganisms which cause the illness. It's called cause foodborne illness. That is what is called microbiological contamination. And physical contamination, we all know your jewelries, your hair. So you need to properly cover your hair. Then only we can prevent this physical contamination. Properly checking that one. Okay, like that. And chemicals and radiological. Chemical means what? The pesticides, residues, and dishwash residues. Chemicals, water chemicals, cleaning items, like that. All this comes under chemicals. And allergens means what? We all using nuts, and we are preparing chicken tacos also. So we need to, when we give that one to the customer, should be label that one. In this organization we are using traces of nuts is there. We have chilled milk, we are maintaining chilled milk, so should be mentioned dairy products is there. In the label we can mention that one, so the people, someone is allergic for this one, they all know all this, they can check the label what is the allergic information, they maintain their packaging. And next is temperature control. Temperature control also, it's like the temperature control. According to Dubai municipality, we need to maintain the temperature, chilled food 1 to 4, frozen -18 to -23, hot holding 60 degree, and the cooking temperature 74, like the 74 to 75, like that we need to maintain this temperature. And we are not maintaining this temperature. For example, we are maintaining above the chilling 5 degree and below the hot holding, it means 5 degree to 63 degree. In between we are maintaining the food, we cannot use that food. If you are maintaining this temperature, we are maintaining the food in between 5 to 63 degree for a long hours. We only solution is we need to discard that food. There is no other solution for that one. Okay. And the storage time also, or receiving time also, we need to check this one. Receiving time, the supplier is maintaining the proper temperature, or you used by probe thermometer, calibrated, should be used the calibrated probe thermometer, or any thermometer. By using the thermometer you can check the packaging of that item, it's maintaining the chilled temperature or no. If they bring the frozen item, you can check with the thermometer, it's they are maintaining the frozen temperature or no, like that we can check. And the storage also should be, we need to maintain, we all maintaining this one, first in first out, whatever they bring the first should be maintaining the, if a supplier give, we already have, we yesterday, for example, yesterday we received some milk and today also we receive milk, what we do, keep the yesterday, keep it out, not like that. Should be maintaining the yesterday, because first in first out, whichever comes in first, that one should be in first, that one should be goes to out first. So yesterday milk should be used the first time, then only we can go for whatever we received the today. Okay, like that we need to arrange in our store also, first in first out. Okay. And the preparation, wash the fruits and vegetables thoroughly before use, we all know, and use the sanitizing tablets for washing fruits and vegetables, like that we need to maintaining the food safety. Next is supplier selection. Cross contamination. How to prevent cross contamination? We already discussed this one. How to prevent the cross contamination using the separate color codes for the cutting board, knife, like that, and separate the cooked one and raw one, and separate the cooked raw food from the ready to eat food. Like that we can maintaining the, you can prevent the cross contamination. Next we go for the supplier selection. What is supplier selection? Supplier selection, when we select a supplier for our organization, we need to look out the service providers is approved from municipality or no. What are the ingredients using? What are the quality? What they are maintaining the quality of the food product or no? And like that we need to check the supplier, they have the certifications of the product, their food product is approved from the municipality or no. Like that we can check all these things, and we can do the supplier evaluation test and supplier audit test, and we can maintaining the receiving logo for the supplier. When the receiving item, we can check they are maintaining the proper temperature when they are giving their packaging is proper or no. We can go the just physical checking is fine for that one, the packaging is properly packed or no, or it is broken or no. Like that we can check the supplier and we can audit the supplier. Like that we need to take the supplier to our organization. And next is HACCP, the approach. What is the HACCP, the approach to the food safety? HACCP, we already discussed that one. HACCP is based on identifying the significant biological, chemical, physical hazard at the specific point within a production flow through the operation. When we look at each hazard, we need to figure out which the control point are critical. Once identified, hazard can be prevented and eliminated to safe level. And critical control point are the specific step that must be monitored to ensure the food safety. Okay, we can go for the HACCP. Okay, the first principle of HACCP is hazard analysis. Hazard analysis. This is the first step of the HACCP, and this is a very crucial step. what we are doing this step? Identify the hazard. If any hazard is involved in the entire food production flow, that is the identify the hazard is present or no in the entire food chain. That is called the hazard analysis. I give 2-3 examples for this one. This simple example is salads. Salads is only preparation and serving. This is the only preparation and serving. This only 2 steps is there. So the preparation time we can check that one, and serving time also check. And grilled chicken also preparation is there, cook is there, serve is there. And the another example is chilled sauce. Preparation is there, cook is there. Cooking is the critical control point, and hold is there, cooling is there, and reheating also a CCP. Some production there are more than 2 CCP, more than 1 or 2 or 3 or CCPs, depends upon the production. Okay, first stage we conduct the hazard analysis. If any hazard is present or no, like that we are checking. That is the first stage. And next one is the determine the critical control points. Critical control points means what? When we I am taking our production, so we are cooking the chicken, right? So we are cooking the chicken. For the cooking, what is the process flow? We are purchasing that one. We are purchasing the chicken, we are receiving the chicken, then we keep it in the storage, then prepare, and our CCP is cooking, because after cooking it will direct go for serving, right? So the cooking time we need to check that one. The CCP we need to check if any hazard is present or no, because how we can check that one, we can discuss that one in the next point. So here this is the cooking is the CCP. Simply say what is determine critical control points means the process where identify the hazard. We need to identify the hazard can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to the safe level. Okay, prevented, eliminated, and reduced to the safe level. This is called the CCP, determine critical control point. That is what is called, I say cooking is the CCP here. When the purchasing time, receiving time, preparation time, all process finished before serving, cooking is there. So cooking is the CCP here. And cooking we need to check the CCP is correct. How we check that one we are checking in the third point. Establish the critical limit. We are checking this cooking maintaining this temperature 165 degree Fahrenheit. It's maintained or no? It's maintaining in the Celsius. It's 75 degree, 75 to 74 degree. Maintaining. We are maintaining this temperature or no? This is the established critical limit. Check that one. For each CCP, establish a minimum and a maximum critical limit is there. This critical limit must be prevent or eliminate this critical limit. This is the critical limit, and this critical limit is the one eliminate the hazard in the entire production. Here we are already we take the example for the cooking chicken. Okay, check it's correct or no, like that. Okay, next stage is monitoring. In monitoring means what? The monitoring stage is simply say we are monitoring, the production is monitoring. Your hygiene officer is monitoring the production is okay or no. How he monitoring? He can check the temperature. It depends upon the production. Simply we take the example is cooking of chicken. So cooking of chicken, he can check the timing. How long it will be cooked and what is the temperature they are maintaining, like that he or she can determine the all these parameters. He or she can be monitored, and the frequency of the monitoring, even every 30 minutes or like that, or even every 1 hour or like that, should be a monitoring system also there, and should be record this monitoring system also, should be record this one also. And should be your hygiene officer or head chef is the one monitoring the process is correct or no, like that. And the next stage is identify the corrective action. What is the corrective action? Corrective action means it's a crucial component of any food safety management system, including the hazard analysis critical point control point. Hazard analysis critical. Identify the step that must be taken when a critical limit. This is the point. Identify the step that must be taken when a critical limit is not met. The critical limit is not met. For example, if identify the, when we are cooking the chicken, they are not maintaining the correct temperature. They are cooking below the temperature. That is the we find the he already identified this one, and we need to put the corrective action. How can we can put the corrective action? Should be reach the temperature to 165 degree Fahrenheit, thoroughly cooking on that temperature. And if they are not maintaining the critical limit of the temperature, they are cooking always below this temperature for a long time, or it's keeping on the below this temperature for a long time, should be discard that product. If it is a short time or short critical reach only short critical limit, it can be cooked, or it can be reached to 165 degree Fahrenheit and cook thoroughly, and continue the process flow. Like that, corrective action we can take in our case. And verification of procedures. Verification of procedure means what? Verify all the procedures in the entire food production flow. We need to verify, evaluate, or verify on the regular basis. How we can verify? We can maintaining the we can check the monitoring records, temperature logs, and check the equipment is calibrated or no. And audits, we already done the food safety audits is there. Check the audit report. Like that, we can verify that one. And who will be the verify? Your hygiene officer is verifying the entire production process flow. Okay. And documentation also. Okay, we need to document all the things. Our monitoring logos, temperature logs, and corrective actions reports, validation of equipments, and laboratory analysis report, and shelf life analysis report. Whatever the reports have the in a food establishment have, should be document that one. Okay. And the next thing is food safety team. What is food safety team? Every food establishment, there is a food safety team is there, or HACCP team, should be a team is there. In that team, or should be one dispatch team, one member is there, production team head, your head chef is there, and maybe your sous chef is there, and your hygiene officer is there. Some cases your CEO will be there. Like that, it's even maintaining a team. For what purpose this team? This team is for ensure the food safety and to continuous improvement. What are the mistake happened the last year, or what are the mistake happened? It depends upon the frequency last month. So we take the mistake, check the mistakes, and if any, for example, when we checking the traceability. What is traceability? We can, through the traceability, if we are maintaining a good traceability system, we can trace the product. If, for example, if customer give a complaint for one product, for our product, they are complaint for the tacos or something, we can check that one. We can trace that one, where the chicken coming, where the tacos powder coming. From the receiving logo to, we are checking that one, where what is the, and next we go for the monitoring temperature record, what good cooking temperature we are maintaining. Like that, we are checking everything, and we can trace that one, and we can give the explanation to the customer, or we can recall. If mistake is our side, what we do, we recall the product and we replace that one from the next batch. Like that, whatever the continuous improvement we can fulfill for the next thing. Like that, we need to improve ensure the food safety. We need to maintaining a food safety team in our organization. Okay, to improve the system, food safety team should analyze, monitor the data trends indicating unsafe product or process failure. They should evaluate and verify the result and document that one, and next audit or next batch, they need to recover that one. They need to recover, and they need to continuously improving everything. They need to continuously improve and to maintaining ensure the food safety. Okay, thank you.